just can't believe that this has happened here. You know, you always see these things happen, but you don't think it's going to happen to your students.
Right now, law enforcement in Mount Horeb uses deadly force to kill an armed student outside the middle school, what authorities are saying happened. Plus, the encampment cleared by law enforcement on the UW-Madison campus is back up tonight as the pro-Palestinian protest reaches a third night. It's all ahead on News 3 Now at 10. And we begin tonight following two major stories. An armed student shot and killed by law enforcement outside the Mount Horeb Middle School this afternoon, leading to a district-wide lockdown lasting hours into the evening. No one but the armed student was hurt. And tents are back up on Library Mall on the UW-Madison campus after they were torn down by law enforcement officers this morning. Tonight marks day 3 of the pro-Palestinian protests on campus as students continue to make demands that the university divest itself from business with Israeli companies. We do have team coverage tonight from both scenes tonight, and in addition to those stories, we do want to mention there is an alert day in our forecast for tomorrow. A chance of severe stormy weather could roll through southern Wisconsin tomorrow afternoon and night if the conditions are just right. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington joins us now with a check of his first warn forecast. Alex?
Yeah, a real quick forecast here, Eric, and you hit it right on the nose. If the conditions are right, we got dry air in place right now that's causing showers trying to move in to fizzle, and that shower activity will eventually become more widespread on your Thursday. Enough shower and thunderstorm activity out there that could make for cool conditions and this marginal risk of severe weather and the alert day conditions that could materialize on your Thursday. We're going to be keeping an eye on that. It's a possibility it may not. In Maine Weather, we'll be breaking down what ingredients it's going to take and that perfect timing for that hail, strong winds, and isolated tornado threat to materialize.
Alex, thank you. Authorities in Mount Horeb say an armed student was shot and killed outside the middle school this morning. It led to an hours-long lockdown, with students eventually being released in intervals. Our Brady Mallory has been on scene all day, and he joins us now with where the investigation stands at this hour. Brady?
Yeah, it was a scary day for a lot of people here in the community, but right away I want to show you what's going on behind me. Really not a lot. You can see that there is one last sheriff's deputy car here kind of monitoring the scene. There's some street washing going on up ahead, but here on school grounds it is very, very quiet, and that has to be a relief for everyone in the community because they saw that today was anything but quiet. And of course, once again, this was a scary situation, and even though this situation is over, one mother told me earlier today that the trauma from this, that certainly is not over. Well, here's what we know about this investigation. It is ongoing, and we were at a news conference earlier today with local law enforcement and Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul. Kaul did not provide many details about the student, but identified him as a male. Kaul says the student was unable to enter any school buildings and nobody else was hurt. We want to emphasize that. As for the officers involved, Kaul says they were wearing body cameras. Now, of course, parents and guardians, they may have a lot of questions about what happened here. And Kaul says your children, they likely have questions too. And now is a good time to get together and talk with them.
We encourage parents and caregivers to provide reassurance that this event is now over and that children are in a safe place. It's helpful for parents, family, and teachers to help their children verbalize their feelings so they don't feel alone with their emotions.
Well, and classes in the district are canceled for tomorrow, Thursday, though buildings will remain open for students and staff to access counseling and other resources. Now, a decision on Friday's classes will be made at a later time. And the district superintendent was also at that news conference, and he's thanking community members for their patience, for holding on to each other in this uncertain time. And he's thanking law enforcement and everyone who stepped up to make sure that the worst couldn't happen here today. And we will continue to investigate these details as they come out, and we will work to give you all of the confirmed information in the days to come. Eric?
Brady, thank you so much. And reaction tonight from across the state on today's deadly incident at the middle school there in Mount Horeb. Governor Evers releasing a statement that reads in part, quote, "Every day our kids, educators, and staff go to school and hope a day like this will never come. Having visited the district 2 months ago today, my heart breaks for the school, the district, and the entire Mount Horeb community." Another statement from the village of Mount Horeb and the Mount Horeb Chamber It reads in part, quote, due to safety precautions taken by our schools, the shooter was never able to enter the building. The collaboration and coordination between our community's first responders and school district exemplified the highest standards of professionalism and dedication. Mount Horeb parents waited for hours as that situation unfolded. Around 2 hours after the first emergency alert, the district informed parents that their children were safe, but it did take several more hours for many of them to be reunited with their loved ones. Our Braden Ross spoke with some of them today about the wait and what that first moment back together was like.
Mount Horeb parents have spent all day waiting, but when they finally got that first hug, it couldn't last long enough.
Reports of shots fired at the school.
Just can't believe that this has happened here. You know, you always see these things happen, but you don't think it's going to happen to your students.
Shock, confusion, disbelief.
This is not something that you do every day. They're learning, they're scared. All the teachers are scared. The teachers are there keeping them safe.
Then finally,
Relief. A lot of relief, yes.
that was the day for thousands of terrified Mount Horeb parents. They spent hours waiting to be reunited with their kids after learning of an active shooter in their school district.
Oh, hey, there's an active shooting going on in the school. And I'm like, what school? The middle school. That's my kid's school.
My wife is a teacher at the high school in the district, so she messaged me and said the school was on lockdown, and I asked if there were shots fired, and she said yes.
I mean, your knee-jerk reaction, of course, is to just drive to town.
That's exactly what many parents did, ending up at several different reunification locations set up by the school district.
My daughter first called me before they were even released from the school, and it was just screaming and chaos in the background. She just said, Mom, I love you. I'm okay. I can't talk.
At the same time, their kids were sitting locked down in their classrooms for hours.
The subject is down. Officers are okay.
Why is it that they're still there hours after? And then who's feeding them? Are they getting anything to drink?
But after hours of not knowing when they'd get to hug their kids again, they finally got the reunion they'd been desperately waiting for.
Relief, just instant relief. And then it's, okay, now we wait to hear what goes from here on.
Reporting in Mount Horeb, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
Tonight marks night 3 of pro-Palestinian protests on the UW-Madison campus, and some tents are back up after UW officials allowed law enforcement on Library Mall this morning, leading to the arrests and detainment of some protesters. Arman Rahman back on Library Mall tonight for the third night of the protests. And Arman, how many people were arrested this morning, the final number?
Yeah, Eric, before we get to what happened this morning, I do want to acknowledge that, behind me we have seen what is the largest group of counter-protesters gather here in the past 3 days, carrying many pro-Israeli flags as well as an American flag that I saw. We'll get to that later on tonight in the show. Now back to this morning. Law enforcement officers from Madison Police, UW Police, the Dane County Sheriff's Office, and Wisconsin State Patrol were here at 7 in the morning, some with riot shields, as a message played over speakers telling protesters to tear down the camp or be arrested. And a spokesperson for UW-Madison Police tells us a total of 34 people were arrested. Now, the majority of those people arrested were released without a citation. However, 4 people that were arrested were taken to the Dane County Jail. All 4 face charges related to battery of an officer, attempting to disarm an officer, and resisting arrest. 4 officers were hurt during all of this. Now, UW-Madison Chancellor Jennifer Mnuchin released a lengthy statement this morning about the camp teardown, saying she authorized it. The statement reading in part, now that the tents have been removed and as long as protests abide by campus and state rules and policies, members of my leadership team stand ready to continue to listen to concerns of the members of our community involved in this week's protest. Now, Wisconsin's top Republican, Assembly Speaker Robin Vos, also weighing in tonight. In a post to X, he wrote, "Marching, speaking out, and protesting are American values, but blocking free movement or occupation of lands/buildings is illegal and shouldn't be tolerated." Now, like I said, this group of counter-protesters gathered here in the last hour. They seem to kind of be dispersing from what was a large circle. Both sides were chanting back and forth at each other here on Library Mall. I'll have more from the counter-protesters as well as the students as they prepare to go into night 3 later on tonight in the show. For now, live on Library Mall, Arman Rahman, News 3 Now.
Once again, Arman, thank you. Nationwide, campus protests overnight escalated with protesters and counter-protesters clashing at UCLA and in New York City, where police cleared out demonstrators who had taken over a building at Columbia University. Michael George takes us to those campuses.
Violent clashes erupted overnight on UCLA's campus between pro-Palestinian protesters who had set up an encampment and counter-demonstrators who launched what looked like some kind of fireworks into the tents. They also attempted to knock down the barriers in front of the camp.
There was like a lot of fights going on too, like people started hitting each other with sticks.
There did not appear to be a law enforcement presence on the campus for hours, but eventually police did arrive. Heated confrontations also escalated overnight at Columbia University as New York City police officers moved in. Some climbed through a window to get protesters out of an academic building they'd been occupying. The officers entered at the request of the university.
We knew these children were being exploited and they were in danger.
New York City's mayor blamed outside agitators for the rise in tension.
It was clear we had to take appropriate actions. When our intelligence division identified those who were professionals, well-trained, one of them was married to someone that was arrested for terrorism.
Police also began clearing the tent encampment that has been the symbol of the protests on Columbia's campus for nearly 2 weeks. And it's not just the coasts. Police responded Wednesday to pro-Palestinian protests from Tulane University in New Orleans to the University of Wisconsin. The demonstrations have sparked more than 1,000 arrests nationwide since they started. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Former President Donald Trump making a campaign stop today in Waukesha, speaking to supporters at the Waukesha County Expo Center shortly after 1:30. Trump, the presumptive Republican presidential nominee, has been under attack by Democrats for his position on abortion after appointing 3 Supreme Court justices during his term, leading to the reversal of Roe v. Wade. But today, Trump said his real aim is to put the issue back before the states.
Basically, the states decide on abortion, and people are absolutely thrilled with the way that's going on. Every state's different, every state.
Wisconsin Democrats are pushing back. Lieutenant Governor Sarah Rodriguez saying today that Trump's visit was because he has lost support in the area due to his stance on abortion. More stories still ahead tonight at 10. May 1st is known as College Decision Day, but a FAFSA glitch means delays for many students and their families. What they should know as they wait to learn how much college will cost.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Jeep Grand Cherokee and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
Looks like they finally got rid of that trip hazard. They pump it full of mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Where are the patched holes? Where's the splashed mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Concrete lifting technologies can quickly raise and level any concrete surface using cutting-edge foam technology made in Wisconsin. Fast and accurate and eco-friendly.
How did those guys do it? Where are the holes? Where's the mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
.com. Shop from the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. All with Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing, including our exclusive 7-day price protection and money-back guarantees. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromChevrolet.com.
Here at Portage Furniture, our customers, well, they're everything to us. And to say thank you the entire month of May, you can save big at our Customer Appreciation Sale. So many of you deserve a thank you. Our first responders, our teachers, our farmers, and our vets, and everyone in between. These are real people, real customers, and the real reason we're here. All furniture brands are on sale. I mean everything, and everyone saves.
When a crane collapsed during construction of a Major League sports stadium, 3 workers lost their lives. Their widows called us. When maintenance workers were permanently injured by an industrial accident at a public utilities power plant, the 7 injured workers called us. When a factory exploded, injuring dozens of workers, 18 victims, including all 3 families of men who lost their lives, called us. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Jeep Grand Cherokee and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, Miss Reba McEntire!
The queen of country music is back.
Hit us out!
So there will be singing, plus the incredible Dr. Mahalia A. Hines.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Moving forward.
The pro-Palestine encampment protest is back up after multiple police departments and agencies moved in this morning on the UW-Madison campus. Let's go back to Arman Rahman live at Library Mall for another check on how things are tonight. Arman?
Yeah, Eric, well, like I said earlier, at around 9 o'clock, about an hour ago, was when the largest group of counter-protesters, we would call them, pro-Israeli protesters, gathered on the other side of the mall. Now, when we started News 3 Now at 10, I'd say they largely dispersed. That area now is now empty. They did, however, engage in a lot of chants, a lot of music that was playing over the loudspeakers, as well as what looked like a little bit of a prayer circle. There were candles on the ground, and they were chanting things like "Bring them home," referring to the hostages taken during the October 7th conflict between Israel and Hamas. Now, however, this group, the encampment protest, has remained largely as large as they have been, the largest crowd that we've probably seen all day here. Now today, like I said, the largest crowd, community members and students gathered here. Protesters telling me they're doing business as usual into the third night and first morning after the police came in.
We're just expecting to keep protecting each other in the way that we did this morning, and we're really relying on community support to help us out with that. Seeing this presence here is definitely really encouraging.
Oh, and meanwhile, there we did speak to one of the Israeli counter-protesters as well today, earlier, that he said that they weren't gathered here to antagonize everyone. They were just gathered here to show solidarity with their fellow Jewish students. Take a look here.
I can't speak on the intentions of every single other person that came out here, but in an ideal world, I would love to, be able to sit down and have a conversation with anyone on that side, because I think the reason why violence springs is because we're not able to speak about our differences.
Now, the students here on the encampment pro-Palestine side of the protest do plan to meet with Chancellor Jennifer Mnuchin tomorrow. We'll be here throughout the night tonight, not throughout the night, but we'll be here to see how the situation develops. For now, live on UW Library Mall, Arman Rahman, News 3 Now.
And we will keep folks updated. Arman, thank you so much. Dozens of former Google employees are trying to get their jobs back. They filed a complaint with the National Labor Relations Board saying they were wrongly fired or put on administrative leave. These workers say they were peacefully protesting Google's contract with Israel's government. Google officials refute the claim. They say last month's demonstration made the other employees feel, quote, threatened and unsafe. After an investigation, Google says it terminated the employees who were responsible for the disruptions. The fired workers are seeking reinstatement with back pay. Today, May 1st, is known as College Decision Day, but many students don't know yet where they'll be this fall. These students are stuck in limbo as they wait for delayed financial award letters. High school seniors must submit a financial aid application form known as FAFSA in order to qualify for federal loans, grants, and most financial aid. But there were a number of processing problems and glitches with this year's rollout, forcing schools to push back their decision deadlines, though some are still forcing students to enroll and pay a deposit without knowing how much college will actually cost them. Time for another check of your First Warn forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington. Alex?
Eric, let's dig a little bit deeper into this alert day condition system as we carry on through tonight. Storms will increase as we head into that alert day. The storms later tonight going on into your beginning of your Thursday play a big factor on Thursday's potential for severe weather later. And always something nice to talk about a mild day on your Friday. I want to impart at least something nice out of the forecast here. Not nice stuff going on across the plains right now. Severe thunderstorms breaking out. It's far away from southern Wisconsin. We have showers moving towards us, but they're going to struggle to make it to the ground because we have very, very dry conditions across the area right now. But things will eventually get more wet, and that shower and thunderstorm activity will make it to the ground. Temperatures real quick, it's nice out there, 50s to right around 60 degrees in Dane County, and the same across all of southern Wisconsin. Overnight temperatures tonight will dip down a bit, and with dry conditions that allows those temperatures actually to fall down a little bit more, and then this dry weather out there right now will eat away at those showers, at least tonight. But eventually, as we go on into your Thursday, those showers will make it to the ground here, and we could be looking at some stronger storms later in the day, provided a perfect set of ingredients right at the right timing happens. If this occurs, hail, strong winds, and an isolated tornado not out of the question, and isolated is key here. We're not expecting widespread severe weather. We all stand the chance of an isolated severe storm, but the risk of severe weather is not very high. Let's dig deep and explain here. Showers and thunderstorms roll across the area during the morning hours through noon. My rule of thumb is the showers and storms really need to clear out by that time, and they do, that just barely, to allow those temperatures to heat on up at least a little bit. We also have a warm front that's going to try to lift north into southern Wisconsin. Our future track model is doing that. It's bringing south winds, temperatures in the 60s to near 70. Watch what happens out to the west here. Some thunderstorms try to pop up along that cold front, advancing towards us, moving into the Madison, Jefferson down to Janesville timeframe right around 7 o'clock. Perfect timing. Again, all these ingredients have to come into play right at the right time on your Thursday. If it ends up being cloudy, if the warm front doesn't come north, if we don't get dry time, then the severe weather threat is less. Maybe one more band of showers and storms as we head towards 2 o'clock on your Friday morning. Breaking this down one more time here in words, we need to have the breaks from earlier storms, otherwise it's too cool, too polluted for warm air to build. That warm front is too far to the south. That doesn't allow the warm air to build in, and that doesn't allow us to get warm enough for severe weather. But the First One weather team will be watching this all day. You got Kelly in the morning. Jacob and I are here tomorrow night as well. If we can get shower and thunderstorm activity to materialize on your Thursday going on into your Thursday night, could get a quarter to half inch, maybe an isolated inch in some of those places that get a persistent thunderstorm or two. Staying active here in the 7 to 10 day forecast after our alert day conditions on your Thursday. Chance of showers on your Saturday, then on and off shower and thunderstorm chances throughout next week. Silver lining though here, great for gardeners, and also with the nice warm temperatures out there by day and night, that's also something to look forward to. We'll keep folks updated on the potential for alert day conditions on Thursday.
And coming up in sports, Willie Adames put a big hurt on his former team. How the Brewers blew out the Rays in their series finale. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison.
It's Ford SUV season. Time to get out there and take on adventure in a whole new way. Start with great offers on Ford Bronco and Bronco Sport, all equipped with 4x4 capability and with the help of GOAT modes to go over any type of terrain. It's Ford SUV season. Let's get going. Lease a Bronco Sport for just $299 a month for 36 months. See your Wisconsin Ford dealer.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you tires and batteries, trust and care, because we get you. So get out on the road and stay safe with quality automotive parts and service at unbeatable prices. Like $100 instant savings when you buy 4 Michelin BF Goodrich or Uniroyal tires. 5 quarts of Valvoline full synthetic motor oil start at $22.99 after sale and rebate. And for all your power needs, assorted Blaine's brand vehicle batteries start at $43.99. Tires and batteries, trust and care at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Oh, the weather. What's the chance of rain tomorrow?
Ooh, 80%. I make it rain. I make it rain.
Speaking of making it rain, at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, we have an average 95% payout, which leads you to more chances of playing longer and more chances to win big. Play longer, win more, chances are you're gonna like it.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
This is me, and this was my stubborn body fat. My name's Adrian, and Sonobello changed my life. Sonobello is America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and they permanently removed my body fat in just 1 visit. After having 2 kids, my body, it changed a lot. I tried everything to lose the fat, but nothing seemed to work.
Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently. on your stomach, back, chin, and more.
I've seen such dramatic results. My tummy is gone, my double chin is gone, and my hourglass shape is back. This was the mommy makeover that I deserved.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-357-3263 or go to sonobello.com.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison.
You could say the Brewers have a certain swagger to them, and as they should. First month under Pat Murphy, the Crew have 18 wins and sit in first place in the division. And speaking of Pat Murphy, he gets a little heated from time to time, and the Crew have taken on the personality of their skip. Murphy has been suspended 2 games following last night's ejection. Freddie Peralta, 5 games, and Abner Uribe, 6 games. Ricky Weeks, well, he's serving as manager for the Crew in their series finale against the Rays. And I'd say Willie Adames loves playing against his former team. Already up 2-0, Big Willie sends a solo shot to center to make it 3-0, but he wasn't done yet. 7th inning now, Adames up again, and again it's a bomb. This time a 3-run jack as the Brewers take the series with a 7-1 win. Wisconsin men's basketball found out their Big Ten opponents for the upcoming season, and it's pretty standard. They'll have home and aways with Iowa, Minnesota, and Illinois and play everyone else once. But remember, a couple of the teams in the league are new. The Badgers will head to UCLA for the first time since 1972 and make their first trip to USC since 1982. UW will also welcome Oregon to Madison for the first time since 1988 and host Washington for the first time since 1958. On the links, Cameron Huss has qualified for the NCAA Men's Golf Championships for the 3rd time in his career. The Badgers senior will head to West Lafayette for regionals next week. And even though the All-Big Ten first-teamer has been through the anticipation of the selection show before, it's still pretty cool to know for sure you're headed to the regional tournament.
It's kind of been the same as, the last 2 years it was a lot more fun just because it was like, oh, we're in. Versus this year is like, just kind of knew it was coming, but it's always fun to see your name up there.
Let's kick it. Oregon hosting Madison West in the battle of 2 of the best teams in the state. And the Panthers didn't wait long to get the party started. Caitlin Studebaker goes corner pocket with her right foot to put the home team up 1-0 3 minutes into the game. 15 minutes later, more Panthers. Maya Maloney sends one in to Reese Richardson, who puts it top shelf where Mama keeps the cookies. The freshman-to-freshman connection makes it a 2-goal game, and Oregon goes on to win 3-1 the final. We'll be right back.
I remember coming home from school and pounding on the door, but my mother wouldn't answer. She'd be passed out inside. You know, my mother had a drug abuse problem. She struggled with addiction to prescription pills her whole life. But today with fentanyl, one pill, just one pill can kill. So I've worked with Republicans to stop the flow of fentanyl that's poisoning families across Wisconsin. I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message. This fight hits close to home.
Kelly needs new floors.
I need new floors.
So she went to the flooring experts at LL Flooring, and it was as easy as 1, 2, 3, floor. Nice one, Kelly. LL Flooring, every step covered.
Our city has a pulse. Steps from bustling and wild. Come find familiar. Experience new. Live in our rhythm and stay.
We really need new siding.
After I get my windows. Have you tried opening ours?
We're not touching the windows until we redo the roof. It's leaking.
Happy spouse, happy house.
Exactly.
Wait.
Everyone can agree on 1-800-HANSON's because our windows, roofing, siding, and gutters are all guaranteed for life, and our baths have a no-leak guarantee. Get 50% off installation or no interest and no payments for 2 full years.
Call 1-800-HANSON's. Get it done.
Mike Super, Magic and Illusion, America's Got Talent finalist, winner of NBC's Phenomenon, leaving audiences speechless. Now you can see Mike Super live. Saturday, June 15th at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster. A show for the whole family to enjoy this Father's Day weekend. Mike Super, Magic and Illusion at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
Learning to play better golf can be a challenge for anyone, so let PGA professional Joel Weitz improve your play the fundamental way with simple 1-minute golf tips. Fridays on News 3 Now at noon. Brought to you by Vitence Golfland. Chris Stanford, News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Tonight.
Least favorite smell.
Oh, come on. Stephen gives Carol Burnett the Colbert Questionnaire. And from The Amazing Race, Bill Kogan. New tonight on CBS.
So Zach's trying to map out his coverage tomorrow, going to Whitewater, asking you if it's going to rain tomorrow. And you got an alert day in the forecast.
You have alert day in the forecast, but that first round of showers and storms will be moving to the east there, Zach. I think you might just sneak it in, be moving just east of that area by 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's round number 1, and then that next round is late in the afternoon on your Thursday going on into your Thursday evening. That's what's prompting the alert day conditions that we've been highlighting for a couple days now. A lot of factors have to come into play here almost perfectly for this to occur. If those showers and storms move out quick enough in the morning, that allows the atmosphere to warm on up. And if that warm front can make it far enough to the north to bring that warm, humid air into southern Wisconsin, then we have the stage set for the potential for severe thunderstorm activity later tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. We got Kelly here tomorrow morning, and then Jacob and I will be here tomorrow night, keeping an eye on that warm front and the morning storms and how they impact potential for alert day conditions tomorrow.
We'll keep folks posted. Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Hope it was a good one for you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10, folks. Have a great night.